The ratio before any money was taken out was 5 to 3, and then after it was 3 to 5. Now, importantly, Flora has not taken any money out, so they've got the same at the start and at the end. So if we can make these the same, then we can have a look at how Ria's money has changed. So we can do this by making these both 15. Okay, times on the left hand one by 5 and the right hand one by 3. So now we see that Flora's amount of money has not changed, whereas Ria's has lost 16 parts. And so these 16 parts must equal the 160 euros that was taken out. And therefore one part in all of these two ratios here, one part is going to equal, I just divide by 16, 10 euros. So how many euros did Ria have before buying the tablet? She had 25 parts, and therefore 25 times 10, 250 euros. I want to show you one other way of doing this. It's not the best way in this method, but if both were changing, it's the way to go. So it's worth seeing, I think, even though it's best not to use it here. So we don't know how much money they have, we just know the ratio 5 to 3. But we could write the amount of money as 5x to 3x. Now this is often useful in ratio problems. I've seen it multiple times in different maths challenges, which is why I'm going through it. So 5x to 3x. So now Ria took 160 out, so that's going to become 5x minus 160 to 3x. So this is the new amount of money, but that could be simplified down. In fact, it could be simplified down to this ratio 3 to 5 that we're told about. So I've actually created a ratio equation now. And the way to deal with this equation, right, let's say we've got the ratio 4 to 2, which could be simplified to 2 to 1. You could actually change from a ratio equation to a fraction equation by recognizing that, hey, we're dividing by 2 to go from 4 to 2, and we're dividing by 2 to go from 2 to 1. We're just dividing the whole ratio by 2. So we could write that as 4 over 2 equals 2 over 1. This divided by this equals this divided by this, and I can do exactly the same thing over here. 5x is just harder to see, so that's why I did it with numbers. 5x minus 160 over 3 is going to equal 3x over 5. Okay, because that's kind of what I'm timesing by to go from here to here. Right, fractional equation, I can times both sides by 5 and then by 3. I'm going to get 5 lots of 5x minus 160 equals 9x. So 25x minus, that's going to be 800. I just times by 10, divide by 2 is going to equal 9x. So not 14, 16x is going to equal 800. That means 8x is, I'd have it, is going to equal 400. X is going to equal 50. Okay, that's really useful. Remember, we're trying to find out how many euros we had before buying a tablet. It's going to be 5 lots of x, 5 times 50, 250. So more complicated, yes, there's fractional equations involved, but worth noting for another time when you have to use this kind of approach.